Greetings, welcome to the Tarot Card of the Now. In this video, I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, and I'm going to pick one card out of this deck, and it's going to have a little insight, a little message of the energy going right now when you were pulled to this video. It was something that should be relevant. So let's get on with it. What is the card? Ooh, we have Strength. There he is. In this deck, the Strength card is kind of like a strong man. He is holding open the mouth of this little fish beast thing. I don't know, it looks kind of like a fish thing to me. So right now, I think, and what it is, you've come to this point where you're wrapped up in something. And it doesn't matter what, everybody's gonna have their own path, their own thing going on in their life. So it's going to be several different things, but when I say wrapped up in something, probably something came to mind. It could be a situation with other people, it could be a project, it could be a job, it could be going to school or learning something, being in a course or whatever. Whatever the case may be, really it's going to ring a little bell saying you're wrapped up in something, because that's pretty obvious. When we're wrapped up in something, it's the thing that's in the most front part of our mind, right? It's going to be the first thing you think of because it's the thing already on your mind. So the Strength card here is really tackling this. Like, look at him, he's tackling. And at least what it looks like right now is just tackling this situation that you're wrapped up in, or this thing you're wrapped up in, trying to come out victorious, right? Or come out triumphant or whatever. You want to have that victory, you want to overcome this, whatever you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to get there. It's going to take strength. You're going to tackle it. The thing is about this, the message really is to not necessarily be focused, but to be aware. So don't necessarily think that you have to focus, because that can actually be a bit of a detour as well, because we can be too focused, right? You're focused on one aspect and not paying attention to the whole big picture. So this is more about being aware, and it's about not letting it take you over. You have to be that strength, and not letting it take over your life, take over your mind, and so forth. Because like I said, it's not about focus, because really here what I see is possibly a little too much focus, or too narrow of a focus. You have to broaden it out and be aware of the big picture. Don't focus on one micro element or one little detail. Look at the whole big picture, because that can really be the downfall in the end, or the thing that keeps you from succeeding in whatever you're wrapped up in. And this could be a social issue, like I said, or it could be a personal thing. It could be something you're working on or working towards, or it could just be something, like I said, socially, something going on with the family, going on with friends, just being wrapped up in it. And the real caution here is to not focus on one little thing, but see it as a bigger picture. See the bigger picture here is the main thing. And again, going back to the strength, is that takes strength. Like I said, that super focus, or that focus, micro focus, going to one little point, that's what you want to do. So strength here is going against going against the current. It's not about going with the flow. It's not about going with what you feel or, reacting to things, but to take a step back, look at the whole big picture. That's going to take strength of character. That's going to take strength to go against the current. The current is emotions and reactions. Those are all in the same realm there. We react because of our emotions. So it's about going against that current of emotions, and that takes strength of character. It takes strength not to focus in on that one little thing that's bugging you, but look at the whole big picture. Take that aside and realize it's only one little piece. You have to look at the big picture, the big goal. So like if you're working towards like going towards like the school aspect, like if you're working towards getting a degree or just a certification or whatever the case may be in that line of study, you can a lot of times want to micro focus on one project, right, or one test. And really what you need to do is look at the whole big picture, everything you need to do. It's not about getting frustrated because you did bad on one quiz. It's about looking at the big picture. How does that compare to everything else that you have to do to get to that end goal? It can also be in a social situation. For example, for that, it's another way this can manifest is say you're wrapped up in a group of friends and there is an argument between two and you're really focused on one little aspect of the argument, but look at the big picture. Look at how everybody's involved, especially you, and look at the whole big picture of what's going on. Because a lot of times, especially in social issues, we look at one person, right, and why are they upset and blah, blah, blah. We need to look at the whole issue, and a lot of times people are upset. When people get upset in our families and our social circles, that's really not the underlying issue, right? It's a symptom of something else. To look further, to look at the big picture. It's not about them being upset over one little thing that person said, but maybe this is something building over time. You gotta look at the whole thing, right? Not this one little issue, but see that it's a part of a bigger issue. So that's the idea here, is to have that strength of character and not just go with the flow, not of emotions, that is. Don't go with the flow of emotions, but to go against it. Have that character, have that strength to look at everything, and not just have those beastly attitudes, right? Don't just blow up in anger. Don't just, cut people off or quit that job or quit that course of study because of one thing. It takes that strength right now to get through. So this video went a little long, so let's go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you for joining me again, and a blessed be.